Hey guys, in today's video I will be showing you how to make a scratch shooter game. So what I've done already is I've made a simple player sprite, and make sure once you've designed your player sprite, I'm keeping mine as a square for now. It is centered in the middle of the screen. You can do this by selecting all of the sprite and then dragging it into the middle. It will snap into the middle. And once you've done that, you'll need to go to the code in the player sprite, and I've already made a little script here, but you need to do when the green flag clicked, and then make two new variables called xvel and yvel for this sprite only, and then when green flag clicked, set xvel to 0 and set yvel to 0. Then you need to go into a forever loop and use either the arrow keys or WASD, or you can do both with an R script. I'll do that now. So for the first one, key right arrow pressed or key D pressed, change xvel by 1, and then a second if block, and for this one it'll be if left arrow pressed or A key pressed, change xvel by -1, and then for the next if loop, it will be the up arrow pressed or W pressed, and you will change yvel by 1. And then for the final if statement, it will be the down arrow pressed or the S key pressed, and you will change yvel by -1. And then after that, still in the forever loop, you will set xvel to xvel multiply, which is this operator with the asterisk in it, times 0.8, or you can use anything that is less than 1, and set yvel to yvel multiply by 0.8, and then after that change x by xvel and change y by yvel. Once you've done that, you'll have a movement script, a smooth movement script. Then what you want to do is you want to make another sprite called gun or whatever you want it to be. Then you can design it any way you want. I'll just be doing a really simple one, and it's really important that you have it facing right. So once you've made it, drag it to the center of the screen, and then after that go into the code, and when a green flag clicked, forever go to player and then move, let's say 50 steps. So let's try it out. That is a bit far from the player, so let's change it to 30. Change this to whatever you want depending on how big your player is. I'll change it to 35. And then after you've done that, forever point towards mouse pointer, and that should give you something like this. There's a glitch where that happens, so to fix that, we were let's try putting the point towards play first, now, in the middle. Yes, this seems to work. So in the forever loop, it needs to go to player, then point towards mouse pointer, and then after that move like 35 steps or whatever you're using for your steps. So after that, we'll have this working. It will rotate around the player depending on where the mouse is, and then make another sprite called bullet or whatever you want it to be, and then we will design it. And I'll just do a yellow rectangle for now. Make sure it's not. You can change it to whatever size you want. I'll keep it at this size. Make sure it's in the middle of the screen. It will snap to the middle if you drag it close to the middle, and then when green flag clicked, you need to say hide and then a forever loop. If mouse down, then create clone of myself. Then after that, wait. You need to wait until not mouse down, and that will make sure it's only when you've clicked it. So, and under that, when I start as a clone, go to gun, point towards mouse pointer, and then show. And then after that, in a forever loop, wait, no, not a forever loop, repeat until touching edge and move 20 steps. So let's see how that works. Okay. Oh, I accidentally put it as touching gun. Touching edge, move 20 steps. But they just stick to the wall right now, which is not what we want. So after that, then put a delete this clone, which will delete that clone that was fired. So then we'll have this basic shooting and movement, and that is all for episode 1 of the Scratch Shooter game series. In the next episode, I will be making enemies. Goodbye, everybody.